education at Achimota School, then called Achimota College. So he trained as a teacher. And at Achimota, Nkrumah remembers Agri of Africa as one of the persons who seriously motivated him to become what he eventually became. And Nkrumah mentions the fact that when he met Agri, the way Agri inspired them, he always wanted Agri to be with him. Incidentally, Agri was compelled to travel to USA on official duties. And he said on one morning, he went to the school's notice board only to read the information that Agri had suddenly died in the United States. And in fact, Nkrumah was so deeply traumatized by that. And he mentions the fact that when he went to the United States to study, he became a lay preacher for the Presbyterian Church. He was always preaching in order to earn some stipends and always also to evangelize people for Christ. And then on one occasion, he and his African friends visited the grave of Agri. That was where he was caught pouring libation on the grave of Agri. And when the Christian masters asked him why he should do that, the grave of a dead person, pour libation, Kwame Nkrumah told them that it was part of his African belief, and that if they as Christians, Presbyterian Christians, would not accept that African belief as part of God's creation to be infused into their religion, then he was ready to give them their Bible. They should take it away, because nobody will stop him from remembering his ancestors and from paying glowing tribute to them. Now from Achimota, Kwame Nkrumah went to Emisano, the Catholic seminary, in order to train to become a Catholic priest. And he says just about the time that he could be enrolled as a priest, he had an opportunity to travel outside to upgrade himself. And so he left the seminary, the priestly vocation. But before then, he had become a school teacher at Axim. He taught at several schools at Axim in the Western region before going to the seminary. And before he could be enrolled as a priest, he had a change of mind completely and decided to travel outside the country to further his education. Now, in terms of his tertiary education, there's also something that would make Nkrumah different from other scholars then from the Gold Coast and indeed West Africa. In those days, I would say the brightest and the best of the students from West Africa would be given scholarship to the colonial master's own country to be trained over there. You come back and then you behave like the white man, behave like them, at the expense of your own people, less educated, less privileged. Like Dankwa, Buzia, and others, they travel to the UK. And then we go to the French-speaking countries, they all have scholarships to France. In the case of Nkrumah, he paved his own way, and he didn't go to Europe, he went to America. And that actually shaped his future life, because going to the UK would have been a very big privilege for Kwame Nkrumah. That is the Englishman who rules in West Africa, and now I sit in the same class as the English man. No, Nkrumah went to the United States and enrolled at Lincoln University, which then was a predominantly black university. So Nkrumah had very little white influence. Predominantly black university. People from the Caribbean, and I mean the West Indies, African Americans who hated white people because at that time blacks in America didn't have civil rights. They couldn't vote, and there was serious racial segregation in America. And Nkrumah did not attend a white university. He attended a black university, Lincoln, where he met people like W.E.B. Du Bois, Padmore, and others. So it influenced him not to like Westerners much. It influenced him to think about liberty, freedom, independence, because all the people he met were from countries under colonial domination. Then he would later on talk about the Statue of Liberty in the US, which reminded the US people about their own war of freedom from the British people. So, I mean, coming from such a background, you can imagine the sort of person, destiny, nature, providence, or maybe God was preparing for Ghana, and for that matter, Africa. Kwame Nkrumah.